Yes, okay. Hi, everyone. How is everybody doing? Hope everyone is okay. How is everything? How is the year began. We are now in Feb. Today is 3rd Feb 2022. I wish you all the best in this year that has just started. Today I have a very important and a very pragmatic topic I want to discuss with you. And I'm sure not so many of you have taken time to think about it and to think about the implications. Today, yeah, by the way, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share our videos. When you subscribe, you get to know when we post a new video on our page. Please, on our channel, please subscribe. We are currently on YouTube alone. We haven't went to Facebook. We haven't gone to any other media platform. So for now, be liking us at Karibala Michael, my YouTube channel, this very channel of mine, to follow the what I think, to for you guys to follow my opinion and views of how I see the world, my perception about the general world, and what I think on specific issues related to politics and power. So thank you very much. Yeah, for those who have subscribed already, thank you. For those who haven't, please go and subscribe. Hit the notification so that you can be the first one to receive that notification that I've posted a new video. Thank you very much. So now this topic has bothered me for some time, and I thought I should come and share it with you. The numbers I've tried to research. Population in Africa, all in Uganda specifically, is either misrepresented or the figures that they are not giving us are not the correct ones. To be specific, in Uganda, I strongly doubt the numbers they say we have. I'm going to first share with you the population of the most populated 15 countries, African countries, and you see where Uganda is ranked, and you see the category we are in and the surface area of the land those countries have proportionate to the population, which I think it's not. When you try to look at the figures and everything and try to monitor the trends, it's not adding up. Let me start straight away. Now the leading most populated country in Africa is Nigeria. We all know that, with the 206 million as of 2021. Ethiopia is the second with 114 million. So you can see Nigeria is almost twice as Ethiopia. So we go to Egypt. Egypt is 102 million people. DR Congo 89 million. South Africa with 59 million, and Tanzania with 59. Now we come to East Africa. Tanzania is the most populated country in East Africa with 59 million. Tanzania is at least thrice as Uganda when you consider the surface area. So Kenya is 53 million. Kenya is at least twice of Uganda. It has 53 million. Uganda, here comes Uganda in the 8th position with 45 million people. 9th is Algeria with 43 million. Sudan 43, Morocco 36.9 million, Angola 32.8 million, Ghana 31 million. Point, of course, there's some other. I consider this round figure. Mozambique 31 million. Madagascar, 27 million. One thing you have to note, all these countries, apart from Tanzania, apart from Morocco, I think, and Algeria, and I think Madagascar as well. All the other countries have ever had civil wars and invasions and rebellions. All of them, all those most. Now Nigeria has Boko Haram. Ethiopia, the Tigris want their independence. They have now had over 4 civil wars so far since they had their independence. DR Congo, it's just a devil's den. South Africa, up to now, it's being controlled by the whites. Tanzania is the only one that has never got at least any civil war so far. Kenya, it was very near, fresh in our minds, 2007. Uganda, we had at least had like 4 so far, and one is impeding. So one is coming, if my projections are right. Sudan, up to now, they are still in who takes power, who is the president up to now. Morocco, Angola, they had Jonas Savimbi, who was assassinated in 2002. Ghana, Sergeant General Links and many others, they were struggle there. Mozambique, they now have a war there. They think they are fighting which militia, ISIS, the certain terrorist group they accuse of their unrests. But I take that to be a civil war as well. So you see, all these most populated African countries, they all have civil wars. They have their internal wrangles, which of the wrangles are sponsored by the foreign governments. So that should at least give you an insight on what we are dealing with as Africans. It is very, very, very critical and very important. If we don't open our eyes to the fact that we need to fight back, we need to come together as Africans and forge a way of how to eliminate this slavery, modern day slavery. Because they are killing people in Congo, they are amputating people, they are doing so many things, but on UN's watch in Congo. So another thing I want to talk about. So I'm going to go particularly now to Uganda, and I have so many questions about our statisticians. When you go, I went to the UBOS website, but things were not clear there. Things were not clear. Which region has how many people? When you look at the voters register, it's not clear as well. You look at the voter turnout, I looked at almost everything that can inform me about we've seen 4 subsequent elections, but the number of percentage of voters that go for voting, of those they claim that are on the voters register, it doesn't exceed 75%. If since 2006 till to date, they have never exceeded 75% of the registered voters that come on the voting day to vote. So what does that show you? This 25% might be a total sham, or even more than that. Let's discuss the numbers now. We are going to start in the year 1950, where we think we got our okay. Sorry for the interruption. Let's go back. I was still talking about the figures. I was going to look at Uganda specifically, and I need someone to at least to answer these questions. I failed to get data from the data I needed because I wanted to present to you every region, every district, the number of people that are in that district. By the census, when did you last have a census? Within 2015, around there, I think. 2016 or 2017, around there. That's when we last had the census. But that information is not available to everyone. Their website is green. It has nothing you can rely on to present as facts. So we are going to now the surface area. of Uganda, the whole Uganda, is 77,147 square miles. So this is a square miles. When you compare to that of Kenya and Tanzania, we are almost, it's Kenya that we are almost a half of it. Tanzania, we are a third. When you're talking about the surface area of Uganda. But Uganda, they claim we have 45 million people. We proceed. They say, according, this is that now is according to UBOS, 25.7% live in urban areas, urban population. 25%, 25.7%. I want to ask to go slow. So I went deeper and I had to look at the population growth. And I was very inquisitive about this because I looked at the years specifically and how our population went on growing. And these numbers couldn't add up. I tell you why. Let's go deep. So in 1950, Uganda had 5,158,000 people. In 1950, that is 5 million. In 1953, and this year, mark this year, so many migrations happened that came into Uganda. You know, this is the year when the last king of Rwanda fell. So when the king fell, so many people went to Tanzania, those Rwandans. Some came to Uganda, some went to Congo, others Burundi and Angola. So these neighboring countries. We almost received like 150 people flocking into Uganda, and others, I don't remember the actual numbers, but they migrated. They were, you know, displaced from their country and they came as immigrants. So when I brought out this year for a reason. 1953, this was the year all those things happened, and we had 500. We increased by almost 500 people, 500,000 people. That is 5 million.59 million. So 1960, before our independence, we had 6.7 million. 6.7 million in 1960. Remember those days where, you know, we had no war, the country was very quiet because the Wazungu had stopped their brutality, they wanted to go out. So many things. So we didn't experience population reduction to mass killing, so we didn't. So that's why the population had to grow to this. There, I concur with them. So 1962, the year we got independence, we had 7 million people. 1962, we had 70 million people. 1970, we had 9.4 million people. 1970, that was Obote, the last days of Obote 1. We had 7 million people. Sorry, 9.4 million people. 1980, when these guys went to the bush, we had 1980. After Amin had failed, Obote came from NASA, what all those fracas that happened. 1980, we had 12 million people, 12.4 million people. There comes a big puzzle. We start 1980, 12.4 million people. And actually, this data, I saw a video of Wina Isa confirming this data. There were 12 million people by that time. So because I remember those days, those were the days of the Wina Isa, the Yusuf Lule. Yeah, those days. So 1986, when NRM came to power, after a long war of 4 years, we had increased by 3 million people. That's where issues are. That's where issues started. So a country coming from war, a country in a war of 4 years, how can the population increase by all this number? we know that at least 2 million people died in that war, and at least 500,000 people were displaced because of that war to other countries. So now they are telling us, this is data is according to UBS. They are telling us we increased by 3 million people from 1980 to 1986. So I wasn't there. I don't know how the census was done, but that's what I got from their website. 1980, 1986, we had 15 million people. From just 4 years, and those 3 million from 4 years. We go on. I will need your reactions about everything I talk about. 1990, 17 million. Just around 4 years, we still increased by 17 million. By 2 million, sorry. From 15 to 17 million. By the year 2000, we had 23 million. By the year 2000. So, here comes another question. How can a country multiply its population in just 20 years? Just 20 years, from 2000. Now we are in 2022. Just 20 years like this, we have multiplied our population by 2. Maybe you can tell me, how can this happen? I just ask questions. I'm not conclusive in what I'm trying to bring to you, but I'm just raising questions and pointing on the possible action points, because we need to understand some of these things and how they are done. Because with these numbers, you can manipulate anything. You can manipulate the election, you can manipulate the budget, you can manipulate, but you guys don't actually care about this. Because if someone tells you have 40 million voters, yet you have 10 million, that means it just needs the 11 million from the other fake 30 to win the election. He doesn't have to struggle with this 11 of yours. We proceed. That is 2000, we had 23.6 million. So by the year 2010, we had 32 million. We increased at least every year. We increased by 1 million at least every year. This is a total joke. I need to challenge this guy is doing statistics in the UBOS team and the UBOS team as well. I need explanations about this. What are the reasons? What do they think happened in those areas? Is this the facility rate of Ugandans? Is it I don't understand really. We proceed. 2020, we had 45.7 million. And by 2022, we have 48.4. So, if we continue with this trajectory, that means in 10 years from now, we will be 50 plus million. We will be actually above Tanzania. We will be above Tanzania. Yet, the surface area of our country and theirs and Kenya's, we are very, very, very low. So I need to understand what's happening in Uganda. It's not happening in Tanzania. For them to be, their population to be like that, yet they haven't got any war. Leave alone Kenya. Kenya, they had a civil unrest, but in Uganda, how come? I need answers. And actually, this means so much if you are a critical thinker like me. You have to imagine, if these numbers are manipulated for who and for what a reason? Because numbers are everything. These numbers can be used to ask for loans. These numbers can be taken to the World Bank. These numbers can anything you need. If now, even if they are calculating per capita income, that means the variables they are using are not correct. Because if they are using this our 45 million, that means the parameter that what they are, all what they are budgeting, everything, the projections are all wrong. But has anyone ever thought about it? If you did you ask questions? Why can someone do this? One thing that I can totally never believe is that in times of war, like we were told so, almost 2 million people perished in that war, by the way. Leave alone these numbers, I tell you. So many people died in that war. And someone comes and tells you our population increased by 3 million that period. Who had the time to give birth? Were there facilities to support all of this reproduction? These are all questions. I wasn't there, but I believe we can all ask questions at once. These people of this generation, we have a responsibility to put our country back to the right trajectory. If we don't, no one is going to. Our kids will suffer. We have suffered, but they will suffer more than we have. So please join me in this quest. We are going to research. We are going to do everything possible in our powers to make sure the thing happens. Make sure changes are effected. We can't just be throwing numbers. UBOS doesn't even have the number of people per polling station. It doesn't even have, according to their website, maybe they have, but it is reserved to them. You can't even know that which region has this number of people. You can't, according to their website. So, if this information is privileged to some people, so we as Ugandans, are we supposed to be puppets? We receive everything we take in. I refuse that. I can't just take in everything that is thrown into my ears. That's why I don't watch TV. Me, I don't watch TV. I need unfiltered information because I deserve that information, regardless of why it's choking, you know, why it saddens me. I don't care as long as it's the truth. Other than giving me these numbers, these fake numbers, I need someone to challenge me with these numbers. We see it and it tells me the reason why. Which region? Now the challenge is if they don't give you the demographics, this region has these numbers, you won't know and you can't argue. Because I saw in the recent concluded elections, people were complaining, this region, how can he get these votes in that region? There are no people. But you should argue with numbers. Now, if these numbers cannot be displayed to the public, that means someone can use them for anything he wants. If he comes and tells you Karamoja alone has 20 million people, you won't question that because you don't have the alternative information. This is what I'm talking about. If we need the census, we do it. Actually, even the census I didn't understand. Maybe I wasn't counted, or I was counted twice because I wasn't home and no one came to my place to do what? To count me. No one did. So should we assume all the people that are living in suburbs and urban areas were not counted? Because they went to my home in the village. And if they did, and they came in town as well, that means I was double counted. We need to look into those loopholes. We need to have a national conversation about this. It can't be left alone to the government to tell us. It cannot be left to the government to tell us that we have 45 million. We have to know how the hell does this number come about. As if this number is cumulative, by the way. I think this number is cumulative. They just add on the newborns. They don't even, sorry for the temper, but I think we should take charge. We should be responsible for what is happening in our country. These numbers can be used for so many things. And if you don't have the right numbers, you can't make a correct analysis of any situation. If the numbers goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, follow for more interesting videos and to bring to your attention so many things you missed, that missed your eye, things that you have never even imagined that can ever exist, things that you see on a daily basis but you don't care about them. I will come here and try to digest, try to look into everything such that we all understand and reason on the same page. Thank you so much. I sign out. Thank you.